Chronicles, a Monster of the Week game set here in my hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're watching us on the Twitch channel for Fabled 42, where we build community chaos like the way I just reversed those two lines. You can watch us live every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. Pacific, or if you're feeling froggy, for Mountain. Let's go ahead and jump into character player intros, and let's start with Miss Suki Buchanan.
Oh, hi. My name's Bridget. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at string_theories_. And I play Suki Buchanan. She's the Spooky Playbook. She's a heavily tattooed 70-year-old art teacher at the University of New Mexico, and she sasses the dead for a living.
Excellently done. And let's have ladies' choice tonight. Anne, would you like to go next?
Hi, I'm Anne. This is my cat Beerus, who you just saw. You can catch both of us on the Dusty Wings Illustration Instagram. Otherwise, check out my channel, MC Dusty, on Twitch to tune into the Search for Planet Azad, which is a homebrew science fiction game I'm starting soon. Otherwise, yeah, I'm playing Fiona, half demon, half human, from the Spellslinger playbook.
Excellent. Stacks.
Hey yo, I am Stacks, also known as the Judgy DM on social media, and I am playing Gates, the monstrous playbook, and yeah,
Just normal guy.
No witty thing after that.
Yep. And GW.
Hey, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005, 2 B's, 2 zeros. Also find me on Clarion Dom, say sci-fi audio drama that I do in space. Wow. You can find that on clariondom.com or any of your favorite podcast platforms. I also might be in space again on the search for Azad. Ooh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I just said it. I am the team's angsty, edgy angel boy.
Excellent. And I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and Heaven Help Us TikTok. And we are continuing our hunt, episode 11, The Memorial. And we'll get to the recap in just a moment. But let's go ahead and start our giveaway, !critical, to enter into that. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. You deserve something fancy today, and it might be us. But let's go ahead and get into our intro video before I laugh at myself. It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles. Welcome back. Yes, Suki, did you have a premonition?
No, sorry, I just didn't know that we were back.
Yeah.
Oh,
stream.
no.
Hey guys.
We
Yeah.
got
Hi.
back when Jason started talking, but I was...
Yeah, Stacks likes to give us like really subtle hints in the hopes that we'll just continue on our
So
nonsense we get into during the video.
It
So
is
easy.
So easy to miss.
Hey, you got to hunt close, you know. Welcome back to our hunt, the Memorial. Previously on Duke City Chronicles, the team met a experienced hunter named Wynn and found out some information about the past of monster hunting, the nature of monster hunting. Suki figured out the reason Ralph the Ghost, a perpetual pain in her posterior, is sticking around because he thinks he got her killed back in 1945. And now that he knows that's not on his conscience anymore, he might be ready and willing to move on to the afterlife. The team heads back to the auto body shop and find some documents and photographs in the booby-trapped cupboard, and Suki has a vision which momentarily incapacitates the team, which is a new one, and almost kills Win, who now is, after some quick thinking and risky healing on Q's part, is convalescing in bed, but is awake and stable and is willing to be a lifeline if need be. Meanwhile, Q is not feeling great and has a ongoing -1 to all rolls until he can shake whatever magical malady he currently suffers from. It's the morning. Hunters, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna roll out of bed and fall on the floor. Ugh! Ow! And I stand up. Even though I'm healed, like my harm, how do I feel?
You feel like you're getting ready to have a cold. You know what I mean? That kind of like general just like achiness and stuff. Like if you didn't know what just happened to you, you would swear that like tomorrow you would be sick and just have to spend the day in bed. But you're just on that precipice of what that is.
I don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah, I was thinking about the conversation like right before I went to sleep. I was just kind of thinking about some of the information that my dad gave me when we had that conversation, and trying to think of other ways to get certain information about this Maxwell that's still hanging on the thread. And then as I'm like slugging to the bathroom, I go, wait, Gates. I wonder if Eubank might know something about Maxwell. I'll keep that for later. I gotta do that, and I'll start my day with that thought.
All right. What is the plan this morning, Hunters? Are we going to the tram? Are we doing some side quests? Since you do have, it seems, some time before evening, which could be the next possible time that kind of matches up to the vision. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I mean, Fiona, I got me a magical library if you want to see if you can look up that, like, whether or not you can make the force field bounce if you want. But if not, I mean, I'm totally down to, like, I'm already out in the world, so I can grab coffee and pick y'all up and we can just go with the tram.
Got an idea. So I step outside and I have my phone in my hand. It's the only thing that I have on me besides the shotgun. So I just
another day in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I just chuck it as far as I can, and I'm gonna see if I can catch it with my bubble.
Nice. Is this use magic or is this a combat magic?
It's a combat magic.
Okay.
You're gonna catch it with your bubble, you said. Oh my.
Yeah. It's like a force or wind blast thing.
A wind blast.
Roll,
from the bubble.
roll plus weird.
Ooh. $11. Math.
11. No.
The suspense.
We're all over here with bated
like,
breath. Roll.
I know. I could see her iPhone like flipping through the air as we were just waiting.
I also have a college degree, so you know I can count, I promise.
Yeah, you toss it like you're shooting skeet and you just like hit the bubble, and you're able to encapsulate it in that, and you see it hit the ground and it bounces. And one of the things that you kind of learn from this little experiment is that there is a lot of give inside the bubble. And so while the phone is okay, mostly because it landed on grass and it was just big enough that if this was your idea to protect a bubble and then like have people like jump off of a 3,000 foot drop out of the tram, it would have to be a lot of margin, you know what I mean, between the thing you want safe and the edge of the bubble for the kind of inertia traveling through it not to like smack them against the side of the bubble itself. but you think it could be possible.
Nice. And I just look back at Suki while I'm holding the phone there. Hey, I think I can do it.
Wow, good job, honey.
And
Holy
I let
moly, you tested it out on your phone?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a multiple thousand-pound object, but it's a start.
I mean, I guess it definitely gives you the intention to catch it, huh? Here, hit some coffee. I imagine the second that Suki circles back to the house, she's bringing coffee with her, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, you invented a magical phone case.
Yeah.
Yes. Patenting that.
Yeah. So now Fiona, she did give you the chance. She does have kind of like a spooky paranormal magic library of sorts. So if there was any questions that were nagging the back of your brain, there is a few moments here where you could do a little bit of research if you wanted. Otherwise, we can move straight to the trail.
I'm gonna look up some tarot card stuff, like maybe like where it appears in magic, maybe why its correlation to magic as well.
Yeah. Give me a
back in my day, we use tarot reading as like a form of therapy for the people. So
yeah, give people hope, right? Or
yeah,
grave ominous predictions of the future. So go ahead and give me a plus weird roll. Okay. And because you're using the library, I will give you a +1 on this.
Oh, good. I need it. 11 again.
11 nice. Again. Okay, so you're wanting to know what? Let's in the context of tarot, you can ask think of questions along the line of investigative mystery. Kind of idea, like how, like I think what you said was, how is this related to magic, right? And you do get to ask what magic was done here. So I would absolutely answer that question. So how does tarot relate to magic? But there's a second question you want answered. And it doesn't have to be these questions for investigative mystery. This is a little bit of off-label usage, but along those lines, if those give you kind of guideposts, I'll be flexible here. And while you're thinking, what I'll tell you is that while tarot has been used for therapy and has been seen across the cultures and centuries, there are some who believe it is simply just something fun, like a Ouija board by Parker Brothers, and others who are convinced that it really can tell the future. And there have been campaigns of, especially in, previous centuries in Europe and in England, where witches and soothsayers and fortune tellers were hunted down and exterminated, something I think that you know all too well. And so tarot became, as part of how it became kind of seen as like just something fun, because if you can turn something nefarious in the eyes of power into like a game, then it maybe becomes a little more palpable. But you do think that if someone was invested magically in being able to see or change or manipulate the future, this would have a strong tie to it. Suki, have you ever mentioned to Fiona about the Sisters Weird before?
I haven't mentioned it. No, okay. It hasn't really come up yet. But...
Right. So, I mean, meta speaking, the fact that the Sisters Weird are in Albuquerque, or at least they were, and they cast some pretty beefy spells for the team before, and now there's these tarot cards and stuff that might be connected, but I don't think Fiona would know that because it hasn't come up that these ladies are here in town. So, I mean, I'll mention it now, but just character player knowledge kind of thing. Did you have another question? And it doesn't have to be about the tarot.
No, I think that's all she'd be interested in right now.
Okay.
Just what she's trying to find the connection between tarot reading and as well as the odd magic that she felt and why.
Yeah. I think, since you're asking that, I think I would answer another question then along those thought processes, which is Suki didn't have that card before. This object was created seemingly out of nothing. And to transmute something traditionally is seen as quite difficult. To create something from nothing, that's almost unheard of by anything but the highest of deities or deity-like things. So there's something indeed powerful going on if these cards, as simple as they are appearing out of nowhere.
Okay, cool.
Right? Because even like Q, like the things he creates, they're only substantial in his hand and only for a while, right? He's not really making something new. Even Heraclitus is a spirit from somewhere else that's manifesting for a while and then returning. So just for context.
Yeah. And do you share this all with me?
I do. I talk about it with you because I'll ask you about. Well, first, she's gonna ask you like, how long has this been happening? Like, when was the first time you drew one of these cards?
Well, it used to be that I would just see the card in the vision that happens, and it would like tie in somehow with either the monster or the victim or the circumstance of some kind. But I think the first one that ever appeared was it the chariot?
No, I think the first time it happened was the troll hunt.
Oh, that was the first time it physically appeared.
Yeah, when you closed the trunk of the Mustang, it triggered and you kind of came to holding it.
Right. Yeah, I mean the first time it happened was right before the whole troll thing, so it's real recent that they have started showing up, you know?
She takes a sip of her coffee. Because I felt that magic and I haven't felt anything like that. And I've lived a long time. It's like it's a signature magic, something powerful. Something like this can't just be created out of nowhere.
Right.
Does it look like a message to you?
Well, sorta. Yeah. I mean, they, like I said, like the cards themselves are sort of tied in with the vision somehow. Like how you said, how you called the star the card of despair. Like that paired with a scream sort of makes me feel banshee-y, like, you know, a scream in the night, there's a bunch of people about to die. The despair of impending death and doom, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they come from. I didn't make them. You know, when I have them in my hand is the first time I really see them. So, I mean, I'm not doing it on purpose, that's for sure. No, they kind of happen.
Pretty cool, though. I'll have to mull it over for a while.
Yeah. It's not the worst power.
No.
It's not incredibly convenient, but, you know.
But the card, I think, helps. Whoever's doing this, or whatever plane, I don't know, there's a purpose for it. I need to know why, what it is.
You think something's trying to break through?
Could be. And why using you?
I mean, I'm a pretty open person as far as, you know, sort of spirit world stuff goes. I'm basically a conductor for it. Always have been.
How was that, by the way, when you first discovered your ability?
It was honestly, well, it freaked me out the first time. But then my Meemaw explained some stuff to me. You know, how, you know, the dead ain't here to hurt you. You're here to help the dead. So it's kind of been a vocation of the female line of my family. Found out when I was like 6-ish. saw a soldier in my bedroom freaked me all the way out. But, you know, he turned out to be very nice. He was, you know, my daddy called him like my invisible friend, but we'd have like, you know, tea in the garden and stuff. It was real nice. He was a lovely little guy.
You're a strong person. I've known a lot of people in my day who have gifts similar to yours and they falter or fold. They find themselves dead, get eaten by something, but for you to survive it, good for you.
Thank you so much, baby. Yeah, I try.
Now I got a pee like Seabiscuit. I'll be right back. And I put the coffee down and take a bathroom break.
I love that Seabiscuit is actually a reference she would probably get.
It's
All
true,
right, awesome.
yeah. She saw Seabiscuit.
Look
The
at you,
horse, not the movie.
Yeah, look at you, Captain American, up in here. I get that reference.
I know that one.
All right, so after she takes care of business, is the plan to meet up at the station for the tram?
I could pick everybody up if you wanted. We could all go on the Stang.
Buddy.
I feel like the two students here would be probably at the library, and I would probably be walking and seeing like Gates like falling asleep in this like book in front of him. I'd be like, "Hey, you all right?"
Yes.
How'd you sleep last night?
Sleep? That's not something that I get a lot of.
Med students.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it looks like Siggy's on the way to pick us up to head to the tram.
Ooh, nice. I don't have to fill up my smart card.
And I think
I'm sorry, did you say smart car?
Mm-hmm.
The helmet that you can ride inside? The smart car.
No, just economically fueled vehicle that...
Yeah, a Tesla.
Tomato. All right. I'm fine. Sorry, go ahead.
While we're walking, you know, up the stairs and all the things to get to a pickup place where Suki can grab us. Hey Gates, so you can talk to the different beings inside of you, yeah? Like you have like kind of glimpses of their past and their thoughts and stuff.
I think that's more Miss Suki's thing. I'm more like a passenger whenever I experience them. It's like they've already happened. I'm just watching the replay of it.
Gotcha. Well, can you ask? Well, I don't know how to source them, so I'm just gonna. All right, Gates. What do you know, all of you, about someone named Maxwell?
Maxwell? Do you know who they are?
I think they make certain magical stuff, and I think they might work close to my dad at the base here in Albuquerque.
Oh, your dad works on base?
Yeah, he's kind of like he does stuff that I never really looked into. It's weird stuff, but yeah, I think this guy that I'm talking about, Maxwell, he might work in the labs there or something. And all I can really think of is I think he wears a sweater vest. I don't know, but what do you know about Maxwell?
Stacks, roll past lives.
Okay.
Because he says Maxwell, lab, and sweater vest, and it happens.
That's plus weird. 12.
12.
I haven't failed any. I need to fail so I can level up.
If you keep succeeding, why level up? 2 questions. Could I interest you in splitting the bill?
Sure.
Would you like to ask one and I'll choose one? You can say no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just his face when you say
Like, yeah.
What are the options?
The options are: what did a past life discover about X? What did a past life deal? How did a past life deal with X? What important hidden secret can a past life show me the way to? What did a past life learn too late to help them? What does a past life advise me to do now?
I'll probably take the last one for me. I kind of think I know which one.
Advise you
you're
to do
gonna-
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to choose hidden secret. There was something that resonated with what Q was asking you, and your passenger almost leaps to share a memory to your mind.
Well, that's
and you're sitting in a comfortable house on a big kind of leather chair. There's a cat in your lap and you're scritching it. You can see that there's a giant stuffed elephant on the wall and a some ibexes and deer heads and things as well. And you can see a man that now you realize is Hibben leaning over the piano, and he's got a couple of tools in his hand, like small tools. And he's chatting with another man who has his kind of back almost to you, but you can kind of see his profile, wearing a vest. And they're talking and kind of like laughing, and you see this other man's explaining to Hibben how this thing they're working on works, and like it's just like silver metal box, and there's some blue light coming out of it. And they kind of like share a look, and they're like, you don't remember the conversation distinctly, but you remember them working together and being seemingly pleased with the result. And then what would the past life advise you to do now? You have a vision of it. At first, it doesn't seem related. It's such a tone shift that you are sitting in a train car and reading the newspaper, and these kind of like, you don't know how to describe it except like government suits. Like they've got the coil and the earpiece, black suit, not conspicuous at all, government conspicuous. And they're kind of like walking through this train car, and you just kind of read the headlines. It's something about Nixon, and you're just kind of reading, and they pass by you, and you see them go, and you stand up, and you feel yourself shift again into something else and walk the way they came and avoid capture. And that's it.
That was something. That was something. You look like it's like something happened.
Yeah, I got it like thing again. I need to talk to Miss Suki. Like, how does she deal with this kind of? Also, I need to watch The Matrix again, but that's just like something in the back. Right.
Gates.
Sorry. And then he'll go in and he'll explain the first one first, and talk about like him sitting there with the comfy cat, the elephant, all the other taxidermied animals.
It is.
Then that silver metal box,
which to you is you're like, this is gonna be the hardest thing to explain, and Q's like, yep,
and like their expression of how they seem like they've done some type of accomplishment, I guess. And then he'll go into like the second one, which seems unrelated. I don't see the correlation, but I thought of Maxwell, and that's not what I got. That's kind of what, like, I want to say like what Eubank was wanting to tell me. Like,
Eubank and Maxwell were telling Hibben how to use this thing. Did I grab that right, Keeper?
use
Um,
acquired.
Eubank was there, and it looked like he was watching them work on this device together, with Maxwell being like the lead on it.
Did you happen to get a good look at the guy that was working with Hibben?
Do you mean Maxwell or?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm guessing no.
well, he was wearing like a vest.
Okay. Okay. All
I
right.
think I was gonna have to like micro analyze his facial structure, but I mean, I could point him out if I see him again, if that's what you mean.
Good. Good. Good.
I don't know if I like that look.
And you can shapeshift, and that's the thing you do. You can look like whatever.
I mean,
I think I can get you in the lab with me.
yeah, I'm definitely not liking that look.
I feel like at this time is when Suki pulls up.
Mhm.
I'm just like,
Yeah, Suki, you look at, and Q is just staring at Gates, and he's looking very uncomfortable. But it's in like we're gonna do this, and we're not gonna get caught. Mom will never know kind of mode, not like intimidation.
Honk honk, car's here.
why didn't you just? You could have just honked for real.
I needed you to either breathe or break eye contact. Are you okay?
Yeah. I still have a little bit of something from yesterday, but I'm fine. Let's go. I'm good.
I was asking Gates, are you okay?
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can I answer and no one else can hear? Yeah, I'm
No.
fine, Miss Suki.
I request the code of
I heard
silence.
that.
All right, get in the car,
Oh my
you two.
gosh.
You silly billies.
All right, you guys are able to hop into the Mustang, and you buckle up, and you take about the 20-minute drive it takes from UNM to the tram. The base station is kind of built into the side of the cliff there of the rocks as they start to turn from foothills into mountains proper. And you can see as you're kind of pulling up, kind of getting closer, one of the cable cars is going up, and it's smooth and kind of mesmerizing to watch as it just quickly accelerates and raises up into the sky, and you can see people taking pictures and talking inside the glass, and it's really cool. And you guys find parking and are able to make your way into the base station. And the next flight, they call them, starts in about 10 minutes, maybe a little less. Is there anything you want to do here at the base station, or do you just want to wait for the car?
Are we able to see any like obvious signs of disrepair, like rust on the cable thingies, the wheels going squeak? I'm not mechanically minded.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. And just from a cursory glance, you can see that that everything looks really clean, and everything seems to be in good working order. The you can actually see, and the other car is coming down on the other side of the cable. So it appears that when one goes up, the other one goes down in a kind of a belay system. And as it gets closer to the base station, there's a bit of shaking, but you think that might be just from it kind of slowing down and coming in smooth. But there's nothing rickety or decrepit or sketch about this. It seems like a well-working kind of tourist attraction. And yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we can rule out disrepair, which means something is doing it to it.
Maybe. I think we need to go check out the other end first before we completely say that. And Keeper,
Yes.
would you say that even though this is like the middle of the day or whatever in the morning,
Yeah, this
would
is morning.
would you say that Q's been up there before? Like he knows what up there looks like.
He absolutely has. And the reason I know that is because on a failed Angel Wings roll in the second episode, you and Nasuki
Yeah.
got stuck up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So have you been to the top of the crest, which is what they call the top of the mountain? Absolutely. Because you were able to teleport there before. So probably a school trip or a family trip or something, you have been to the top. I don't know if you've ever been on the tram before. I think I'm gonna leave that up to you.
I would say if it was a school trip or something that he would have probably ridden it once with the class, to really get the full experience.
Yeah, it's got big like grade school field trip energy for a local marvel of the world.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go up real quick. Anyone want to? You guys want to come?
I think that's a good idea.
All right, let's get to somewhere that's not so wide open.
Oh, so you guys are just like Banff up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were riding the cable car, but I'm also fine to bounce.
Too. I'm over here pulling out my change.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like guide.
Suki starts to walk towards the ticket booth and realizes you're not moving, and Gates is like getting his money out. It's like, oh,
Guys, no, not that
Oh,
way.
I forgot we're magic. Yeah, let's do it.
Isn't that illegal?
We're gonna walk to a spot where no one can see us, like everyone's,
yeah. You guys could literally just go sit back in the Mustang and just go.
Where's the fun in that? No.
I'm just laying on options for you. Man.
So I'm going to put my hand on Gates' shoulder and on Suki's shoulder, and on Fiona's shoulder. I want to be looking at Suki. I'm like, Suki, you remember that time where I tried to get us away from La Llorona?
Uh-huh.
You remember where we ended up?
Yes. That was up there?
Think about that place. Poof! And I'll teleport us.
Brilliant.
Is this my first time banffing?
I think it is your first time banffing.
It is.
So I got since this is the first time.
It happened.
It already happened.
So when I was talking to Suki and I was telling her to think about that place, you saw this glow from my back and these wings made of pure light kind of unfurl and slowly wrap around before they did like a massive flap, and you're just kind of you see yellow.
Yeah, you see yellow for a moment, and then all of a sudden beneath your feet you feel uneven rock, and you turn around, Gates, and the entire city for hundreds of miles you can see in a panorama, the sky taking up 70% of your vision, and Albuquerque just this small little quaint thing nestled up against the rock of the Sandia Mountains like a duckling cuddling up to its mother, and then the infinite desolate desert out beyond. And you also realize you're about 3 inches from the edge.
God.
And my wings just slowly suck back into my back.
Like a boss. Just
You can teleport?
Yeah, I thought
No. What? You thought what?
Yeah. Oh, this was your first time, wasn't it?
I mean,
I
think I saw you do it yourself, but
yeah, I can take others with me. Yeah.
Oh well. You know what? Well, we're really close here.
And I was kind of trying to pull him back from
yeah,
getting
he reels just a little bit. You're like, no.
That backwards pull, you're like, there's nothing behind me.
Poor Gates has been a victim of our assumptions.
Yeah.
Since he met us,
You,
we were like, "Oh, cool, you're an alien. You're our friend now. Now we just do things like this."
yeah, you guys are pulling him from
Oh.
Jesus take the wheel moment to Jesus take the wheel moment, and it's amazing. I love his
Standing there
fortitude, where
shaking
he's
with
just
his
like,
feet.
I guess this is what I do now. You guys know he can be half alien and just be a barista too, right? He doesn't have to hunt monsters.
Yeah. It's
uh,
fine.
Gates is like, that's what I've been saying.
He has a really good memory. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah.
I don't have a good memory.
He knows a lot of
Eubank
people
has
we
a good
don't know, but kind of know.
memory.
So you guys make it to the top of the crest, and you see that you are only maybe 30, 50 feet away from the base station at the top, and there is actually a large kind of lodge up here called 10-3, which is like a lounge and bar and restaurant, and there's some hiking trails here off to your left, way maybe a half mile away. You can see some of the radio towers and television towers that are using this for altitude, and also it's kind of odd, but like there's maybe a little bit lower in elevation out to the next little ridge. There's no obvious way to get there, but there is like this stone house, almost like Adobe style, but it's just all like granite or something. No windows, no door, but it's there. And looks like it's been there for a long time. Kind of off over there. And as you guys are looking around, you see the other car is getting ready to dock at the top. You beat it here.
I'm pretty sure that no one's going to ask any questions about seeing us in two places. All right, let's check this out. I'm gonna start checking out the line.
Because you also can get up here by driving up the back of the mountain too. So the only way to get up here is not the cable car. So yes, that's a fair assumption. Q.
Yeah, we totally drove or whatever. I'm gonna start making my way to the line up here to check it out with the team.
All right. Yeah, great. You guys get closer to the base station. You see people are starting to exit, and it appears that there is an employee of the tram inside this car. They're like a tour guide or a safety person there, and they have a bright yellow shirt on and a hat as it's kind of late summer getting into fall, and they step out, and Q, you recognize this person. It's Eddie.
I'm sorry.
Bless his heart.
Q, would you like to explain to the rest of the team why this is hilarious?
Yeah, okay.
Would you like to share with the class?
In the early days of this, poor Eddie has just been he's been soaking up all the backlash of our hunts and our powers and stuff. I think the first night we had to brainwash him multiple times with different powers.
Yeah.
And he's just some innocent student like us, Gates, who's just trying to live his life, and he just gets sucked into this weird stuff, and I think he's still recovering, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you guys went to high school together, Q, so like you guys know each other fairly well. And he has some inkling of weirdness, because I think we established that the reason he called you for that very first mystery at the frontier is that a monster had been in your high school near graduation, and you had dealt with it, and he came in at the very tail end of it, and he saw something, and you kind of fast talked your way. But a few years later, when he was being hunted and haunted at the Frontier restaurant, he called you because it was the best idea he can come up with. He's been mind wiped a few times. He keeps showing up at the wrong time. And here he is again, working as the tram operator. What would you like to do?
A new job, Eddie. Hey.
Oh, hey, Q. What's going on? How's it going?
It's going all right. How long you been working here?
Oh yeah, this is just like a not like a summer job, but so Balloon Fiesta is coming up in a month, and I wanted to. They need more people because just 20,000 people coming into town, and so they need more people, and I was just going to pick up some extra cash during the semester, and they worked with my schedule. What are you doing up here? Did you come up earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I must have been on a different car. Cool, man.
So,
What's
so are you also still working at the Frontier?
No. I stayed there for a little while, and then I kind of just like I know you guys said it was cool, but
Uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable.
yeah, it was just kind of weird. And every time I had to close, I was having like panic attacks, and it just wasn't good for my mental health. So I just, he goes, "Is that girl here with you? The one with the dark hair? Dude, like she was
no.
pretty and all, but like she gave me like the creeps. Like every time, like I like looked at her, like this was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know how to. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. You know, like she ain't here, is she?
No, she's not. I think
Oh,
she I
okay.
think she went back to New York or something. But yeah, all right. Well, cool, man. I'm glad that you know you're doing good. You look great.
Yeah, thanks, man. I feel good. This is fun. Like the not a lot of oxygen up here, but like you get used to it, and you guys can tell like you're 2 miles in elevation now, as opposed to 1 mile from the base, and it's about 20 degrees cooler up here. So it's like 70. It was like almost 90 down the floor.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Me and my friends are just taking a stroll, looking around. Yeah. So well, it was good seeing you. We gotta catch up
yeah,
sometime.
yeah, totally. Yeah. I've got a little bit of break. I'm gonna head into the restaurant.
Yeah. By the way, so you remember Suki, but
Oh yeah.
this
Hey.
is Gates. He
Hi.
goes to school with us, actually. Gates.
Oh yeah. What art major?
Med student.
Oh yeah, the bags. Yeah, right. And this is.
Fiona.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey. Yeah, I'm just going to take a break. If you guys want to come hang out, unless and he like looks at you and like kind of whispers like, unless you're doing stuff, doing stuff.
We're doing stuff.
He like just kind of puts your hand on your shoulder and it kind of like slowly grips it harder and harder.
It's fine. It's nothing big.
Am I in danger?
I don't think so. I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
That was so confident. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's don't
Just
panic.
gripping your arm real hard now. Just
Hey, don't panic. Everything's fine. Everything.
no, it's okay. I'm just 2,000. I'm just like 10,000 feet up in the air with a cliff over the side, and
Mhm.
just okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a break, and yeah, I will see you after my break. And
Mhm.
cool.
Be cool, man. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, poor
Everything's
Eddie.
fine.
Yeah, just like text me if like there's meteor showers or something. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get the idea. He doesn't really remember exactly all that happened, but he knows like
Enough.
he's trying to associate you with dicey times.
Oh no! I should have lied. All right. Well, okay.
Should you? All right. What do you guys want to do?
As soon as he's out of earshot, oh my god, am I the new Eddie?
Thanks so much for watching Duke City Chronicles.
We're done now. Oh no, baby, no, you're
Okay.
you're just on a learning curve, is all. Don't you worry.
Hashtag new Eddie, and we'll make a we'll make that shirt too.
All right. No, everything's fine. All right. Let's see what do we see here. Let's see.
Yeah. Can I open up my my spooky vision?
Yeah,
Like
you
that
absolutely can.
interesting. Like I'm interested in the whole like granite thing,
Yeah,
structure thing, because like stone plus ghost sometimes happens.
yeah. So plus ghost is a, I mean, like the old saying goes,
As the old wives do.
like your grandma used to say, old stone, old ghosts.
Plus ghost.
And yeah, go ahead and roll plus sharp for me, because this thing is at a distance.
Yes. That is a 7.
A 7. So I'm going to give you a hard choice. You can discover something important, but you're going to have to take a lot of time to get close enough to do it, or you will get to find something less important right now.
I think she would take the time to look for something super important.
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Like if anybody else wants to go into the lodge, y'all can, but I'm gonna take a solid 45 minutes. Go
to
look
an
at that
hour.
granite.
Yeah.
To an hour, yeah.
Yeah, and when you ask one of the workers that are up there in the bright yellow shirts how to get over there, they tell you, oh, yeah, it's a hiking trail. It's actually really lovely. But they basically describe you kind of going way out away down where it's more gentle and then kind of hairpinning back up to where this little like ridge is to get to that stone house.
Okay. Hey, Fiona, you want to come with me? And then maybe since Q, you got a contact on the inside of the lounge. Do you and Gates want to go like sniff out the lounge a little bit, and we'll go check out the granite thing? Unless y'all want to come. Sure. Like, I mean, it's a nice walk, but it's like an hour.
I'm fine with either. I think Gates, didn't you want to talk to Suki? Do you want to go with them?
Oh yeah, you can come too, Gates, if you want.
You're staying here by yourself?
I was gonna go check out the lounge, but you're your own man. You can whatever you want to do. You can come with me. You can go with them. It's fine.
Well, if you're fine, I'll go with them and check and see.
All right. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Are you putting up the link?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's the second key. It's like,
got it. Switched it.
AOL
There's a
tone.
switch in the back of my head. It's like a click.
I love how we're just turning Suki's telepathy into Discord.
Yeah. She'll send gifts pretty soon.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Okay, so we'll start with Q since he's doing the thing that's more immediate. Q, what is your course of investigation here at the lounge? There are people who work at the restaurant. There's other people who work at the tram. What do you want to do?
I think I'll talk to the people that work with the tram.
Okay. Yeah, so you find pretty easily another person standing at what will become the entryway for the next flight, as the trams now are about kind of in the middle mark and takes about 20-minute trip for one to go down and one to come up. And they just kind of waiting there, making sure no one tries to get past the rope and fall to their death. And it's a youngish woman who kind of blonde hair, about 5'2", wearing the yellow shirt and has like a big like camp counselor vibes to her. Yeah, you can ask her some questions if you like.
Hey, this seems like a pretty fun job up here.
Oh yeah, it is. Did you enjoy your flight up? Did you drive or did you fly?
I flew in a way.
Oh, excellent. So did you hear the whole speech and all the kind of cool things about the tram?
I did. Yeah, it's pretty cool. How many people do you? I was listening from my friend Eddie. He was saying that they've been.
Oh, you know Eddie?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Mm-hmm. He said that you've been needing a lot more help recently because of the balloon festival that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, Balloon Fest is in like, oh gosh, like 3 weeks or something. And so, we got to get people trained up, and all those tourists are coming to town, all the Airbnbs, all the hotels are full.
Mm-hmm.
And, balloons are fun in the morning, but, you got to find something to do after that. So a lot of people come to the tram. Did you know it's the second longest one in the world?
I've been hearing that a lot lately. How often do they, since so many people are off and on the tram, do they do any kind of updates or anything to the tram for there's more people coming for a festival?
Yeah, absolutely. So we only have 2 cars at a time because as one goes down, one goes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're still able to do a new flight going both the directions every 20 minutes. So we're able to get quite a few. In fact, we do something like 10,000 plus flights a year. So we can move people really quick. Each car holds 50 people, and there's always one of your guides inside. and we do regular maintenance. In fact, all the cars were changed out in 2016, so these are actually the new model.
Wow. Very cool. Nice. How long have you been working here?
I have been here for 3 years and 6 months and 3 days.
Wow.
I love my job.
That that's pretty awesome. I'm Q, by the way.
Oh, hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Sarah. When what are the hours here? When can people start using the tram? When does it like close down?
So normal hours are like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that rarely changes. Sometimes we have expanded hours unless it's a really cold weather where it's not safe to do the flights. But we've never had a accident. And no one's ever died here.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. That's a really good record to say.
It is. We're really proud of it. I mean, of course, there's always mechanical little like slowdowns and things. Like, for example, a couple nights ago, there was some kind of mechanical failure that delayed the last flight going down, and a bunch of the workers from 10-3 got stuck. But it was like 10 minutes, and then they were able to kind of clear out whatever it was. I don't do the maintenance, and they got home safely and no problems. So we're pretty proud of our safety record.
All right. I'm glad it worked out. You said the people from 10-3 were in the cart when it was.
That's the name of the restaurant there.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Well, cool. Well, it was really great to meet you. And
You as well.
Maybe I'll put in an application.
Oh, that'd be excellent. I think if you hurry, you still get in for the holiday rush. And if you see Eddie, tell him I said hi.
I will. And as I turn around and I'm walking to 10-3, I'm thinking in my head, did you guys catch on with that?
Yeah, especially the real confident part about no one dying.
Yeah, that was
Hit
strange.
that back pretty hard, suspiciously hard.
That was pretty strange. I do agree.
Well, it might do you to figure out what kind of mechanical failure it was.
That's a great idea. I like stop mid walk and I like turn around. By the way, Sarah, by the way, when it was going down slower the other day, the mechanical issue, what was the mechanical issue?
Oh yeah. And she's starting to check people in. She's like, oh yeah, I don't really remember what it was. I wasn't on the flight. But basically they got stuck like not up or down for like about 10 minutes, I guess. And then they were able to restore movement. I don't know if it was a power loss or they stopped as a precaution. I'm not really sure. You'd have to ask the manager down at base camp.
Down at base camp down there?
Yeah. I mean, your ticket's good for a round trip. You can go down now if you need to.
I think I'll wait. I got some more things to do up here. I appreciate the help.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
And I'll start making my way to 10-3.
Okay. Let's switch over to the Noble 3. You guys spend about an hour. It's not a hard hike, but it's like a hike where you have to pay attention. It's not perilous, but a lot of uneven rock, shrubs. There's clearly some places where if you just chose to go left, it would just kind of go off into the void. As the Sandias are the last of the Rocky Mountains, if that gives you a good context for the kind of roughness of the terrain. But there is a well-worn path that finally leads you after about a 50-minute walk to this large stone house. And it's kind of fun because you can see off in the distance further than you could shout probably, but you can see that the car is being loaded for its flight down. And see people milling around and stuff, and you can see this just amazing view of the city as you look out. And the door of this cabin, of this house, really faces south, and you guys are approaching from the north. So, other than like two windows on the eastern and western side, and the door on the south, there's no real way to get in other than those three ways.
Woo-wee! What a walk. Look at that view. And I'm just
She has short legs.
Yeah.
I'm tired and sweaty, but
But enjoying it.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, can I open up my spooky vision again? See if anything's
Yeah.
wiggly up here?
So you open the spooky vision and you do get a ping. It's not strong though. It's something coming from the center of the house. And it's like, I'm going to embarrass Stax for a second. So Stax's favorite snack is popcorn and Skittles. And that as a
Sweet and
whole
salty.
is the snack, but it's made of two component pieces.
Mhm.
You feel like you're only picking up part of the snack,
Only getting the Skittles.
only getting Skittles.
Okay.
So this might be a co-mingled energy signature of some sort. And you're only picking up the bandwidth, as it were, that you're able to pick up. But there is something small and relatively weak in the center, it seems, of this building.
Okay. I will impart that to my friends. I think there's something pinging in the middle of the building. It's kind of weak and weird though. We're probably allowed to go inside, right?
Yeah, there's
Like,
no
is it-
ropes or doors or gates or people. Yeah,
I mean, there's a gates,
Rad.
but
There's always gates.
there's a gate, but not gate.
Not many gates, just one gates.
There's not a gate, but
Um,
there's gates.
There can only be one Highlander.
Can only be one. I'll send it to Q. Like, we're picking up some stuff up here in the granite sort of structure. We're gonna go inside. We'll keep you updated.
All right, be careful.
You too. And I mean, I'll look at my compatriots like, we ready to go inside the granite house?
Sure are. And she just walks on in.
Yep.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So you guys go in, and this is pretty sparse. There's a lot of like graffiti in there, kind of people just kind of being dumb and tagging stuff. And it seems to be that this is some sort of like weather shelter. Like it's made not to keep you warm, but if you got caught in a storm up here, this would be a place to hang out. But there's not a lot in here. There's a couple of stone benches inside, and Suki, as you go in and you kind of go around the corner to walk into this big open single room, there's nothing there, but you can see the energy. Like there should be something there, and there's not. But you can see the energy's there, but there's nothing physical or tangible that you can see. And Fiona and Gates, as you walk in, you see everything I just described minus the energy signature, because there's nothing here.
looks abandoned.
Yeah. Seemed like something used to be here.
Yeah, like either residual or
Yeah.
there's a link to this place somehow.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's weird. I just don't know how an object, I mean, we've seen a lot of crazy objects, but I've never seen one leave a signature before, if that makes sense. You know, leave a little shadow behind. Can you, I don't know, with your real magic, but like, can you tell what kind of energy is floating around, Miss Fiona?
I can sure try. Can I use read a bad situation in this situation or no? Because it's not nothing terrible is taking place.
I wouldn't call it a bad situation. I would call it a mystery, though.
Okay.
So yeah, you absolutely could investigate a mystery.
All right, I'm gonna roll for it.
And Gates, if you want to roll for it too, you can. I think Suki's already found what she's going to find.
Okay.
12.
Oh, yes. Yes, please. You can hold two. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What's being concealed here? And even though some of these are creature specific, they are contextual. So if you see a way to ask something in the vein of one of these questions, I will accept it.
First question, what happened here?
As you're looking, and because you are magical, the thing that happened here is someone cast a spell, and it's still going. You're muted. Yeah.
Okay. And what is being concealed here?
What's being concealed here? It occurs to you that now that you realize, wait, this isn't an aftershock. This isn't an like a fading image. There's this ongoing spell here. What is this? And you kind of give it a couple of gestures to kind of like almost diagnose it, and you're like, oh, this is an illusion. And you reach your hand out to the same spot that Suki was staring at, because you're seeing the other half of this Skittles and popcorn mixture, and you touch it and it dispels. And before you sits a solid chrome device about the size of an Instapot, a large one. And it has 4 feet flat on the ground, and they are bolted into the stone itself. And the opening of this cylinder is, there's no cap to it, but inside it is this swirling, pulsing energy, as though this device is sucking magical and spiritual energy from this site. And Suki, actually, Gates, you can see on the side of this device, it says Maxwell. And that is where we end our episode.
Maxwell.
Told you that fool's still out there. We're going to find him.
Oh, I hope you do. Thank you so much for watching the Duke City Chronicles. Guys, this is an absolute blast. I love doing this game. I hope you enjoy watching it. We're going to go ahead and award the winner right now in the chat. If you are the winner, congratulations. And hit us up in Discord. Hit me up specifically, and we'll get that dice out to you right away. And I'll even give him a little kiss for luck. But until then, join us next Friday. I'm sorry, I'm late. I have no idea what I'm saying. We'll join you next Friday. Same bad time, same bad channel, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And until then, Albuquerque is a weird place. We're going to keep it that way.
We're going to find you, Maxwell. I got my eyes on you, Maxwell.